Shalom Akim.
You good?
Yeah, okay. Let me Shalom Akim. Once again, we want to say all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the Akimate pushing this word. In all sincerity and honesty, the hopeful elect. Shalom. My name is Korah Allah.
Kassad.
And through the spirit, we just, doing an in-transit lesson. It's the, I just checked there, everything is good. Doing an in-transit lesson, and low is edifying, man. It's just something that we're just speaking about, and we said we're just gonna do a lesson. So it's Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall." It's like I started 2. Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that vision is going into the prophecies. All right? And it's written here in the scriptures. All right? And it says, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? And that's going into a spiritual man. All right? First of all, you gotta be an Israelite, but then you have to be part of the elect. You have to be a chosen of the Lord to do His works. Okay? When we run that readeth it, meaning run to do the works. Why? Because we know what's the end. All right? We know what's the prophecies representing. Verse 3. Don't you say something? Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right? So the vision is for prophecies coming to pass. It's for an appointed time. All right? Because why? Because everything that's set up is the order to everything. Okay? So it's a time for war and a time for peace. As you read that in Ecclesiastes. Okay? So the vision is for appointed time, man. Now America had their rulership. All right? They had a time to rule. And now they're at the end of their rulership. Esau, the so-called white man, the elites, the ones in rulership, they're at the end, man. And it says the vision, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it might seem like it's prolonging. It might seem that the prophecies aren't going to happen. But lo and behold, everything is happening. It's coming like, it's just dropped like a ton of bricks, man. Prophecy after prophecy. And what's the main prophecies we're looking forward to right now? We're looking forward to the mark, all right, which is not Christianity. Okay, that's the mark in Revelations is talking about the chip.
Yep, and it's not sin either, because we got Nate from the IUIC saying it's sin.
Yeah, yep, it's not sin. Okay, what else they saying?
Captain Cesarian said mark of the beast is it's not the chip, but it's he said it's basically the mindset that you have with that beast. Basically saying that, if you follow the way, some bugged out shit, man.
Right. But anyways, the reason it's such a hot topic is because it's something that you can't deny it. You can't deny it, man, because it's being pushed forward more and more. And you remember the apostles been saying this, the apostles, the bishops, the elders, all right, the brothers been doing this thing for a while now, been saying this, and it's starting to come to pass. So there's no more doubting, there's no more naysaying. Okay, but a lot of you Israelites, the so-called, or no, a lot of Israelites that sold out, no, they basically down with Esau, man. Scripture say you can't serve more than one master.
right? If I may say too,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the thing is too, like the scripture say, no man knoweth when the Lord cometh. Like, see, the thing that you know keeps us humble is that we don't know exactly how it's gonna go down. We know that it's gonna be things that take place, but we don't know
Mm-hmm.
how exactly it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? We could speculate, but we can't say, oh, this gonna happen and that gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
ultimately, man, we know we know everything in a nutshell. We know that America's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be race riots. It's gonna be economic collapse. It's gonna be the implementation of the RFID chip implant. But we don't know exactly how. You know what I mean?
Okay. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And a lot of when you not pushing the truth, that means you didn't wait. You lost patience. You want the kingdom now. All right, because a lot of these so-called Israelites, that's all Israelites that's pushing the works, that's misleading the flock. They got something in hand with these common rappers, common ball players, 2/3, and what that they not tarrying. Okay, they're not waiting upon the Lord. Why? Because they sold out to Esau.
Yeah, they living like they in the kingdom already. You know, they living like they ain't catch. They living like we not in captivity right now. Because why? Their mindset is totally heathenized. They are Gentiles. They're not they're not the Israel of the Most High. You know they got, that's why got guys in this mindset of you know basically doing everything they can do to establish themselves here in America, such as they'll get with 10 different women, have children by them. We called some guys out, like NBA young boy. He got like 8 9 baby mamas, got like 10 children. Nick Cannon, Future.
Yeah.
They having all these children, different women, stuff like that. You know,
LeBron trying to be in the NBA with his kids.
you got LeBron. He's trying to play in the NBA with his son. They all got a lot of money too. They're making millions and shit. So they not in the right mindset. They don't have the right mindset. They neither will they ever have the right mindset. That's why the Lord got to do away with them, because they part of the never get right crew, which is the 2/3. The 2/3 is the will never get right, ever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 12:27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come.
And the house of Israel is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now you got Israelites scattered all over the world. They might not even be a so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American. They scattered amongst the four corners of the world, so they might look like other nations. But it said, what did it say? That last part?
Right. It says, Ezekiel 12:27, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come.
Yeah, the vision, which is the prophecies, all right. Which who seeth? The prophet, the watchman, or the man of the Lord seeth, man. All right. They say it's for many days to come. You know, they say, Jake. When you bring up the prophecies to Jake, they always say the same thing. Or my parents or my grandparents been talking about that. They always, they been saying that for years. They try to put it off like it's never gonna happen.
Right.
And that's why they move the way they move. That's why because they don't think it's ever gonna happen. Or they think if it do happen, it's not gonna happen in their lifetime. They hoping it's not gonna happen in their lifetime. You know, that's why they move the way they move. That's why they, you know, that's why they invest themselves in this society, man. The scriptures tell us to depart out of this land spiritually. You know, get your mindset out of, you know, trying to, you know, establish a, basically your life here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the mindset you should be in is to, you know, hasten the coming of the Lord. You know, be on the, you know, make sure you in the right mindset to receive salvation. Make sure you're doing the right things that you could be a good candidate to receive salvation. Because none of us know if we of the elect. You know, that's why we say Lord willing.
It says, and he prophesieth of the times that are afar off.
Yeah, they say that, you know, these things, the end of the world is gonna come, you know, years from now. You know, that's what they say.
Yep. It says, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, the Most High is not a man that he should lie. The Most High is about keeping his word, okay? The Most High, you know, he said his word is above his name, so he takes, you know, everything that he says very serious. All right, and he's going to execute on everything that he said. That's why everything that's happening now is happening, because it's all the will of the Lord.
Yeah, man. You know, so a lot of these you know, sellouts, all right? You got them superstars, you got the Hollywood, you know, whatever, man. If you ain't doing the works, I don't care if you a nigga on the corner. You know, you ain't serving your how about Shemi Hawashah, so you serving Satan, man. You serving darkness. You know, and when the all hell break loose, there won't be any hedge around you, any protection. Okay. It says Amos 9 and 10. It says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. All right, all the sinners. All right, so, and that's going into who? Our people that's not serving the Lord, serving their own bellies, serving the spiritual demon Satan, serving Esau. It says all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, and that sword consists of what, man? All the calamities that's going to come upon this place. Now, America, for the most part, isn't really seeing too much calamities, man. Well, really it is, man, because they have famines, droughts in certain parts of the U.S. They had the snow in upstate New York. People freezing to death, and that's judgment from the Lord, man. You know, but what's going to happen is things are going to get even worse and worse. All right, and ultimately, what's going to be? It's going to be wars. It's going to be drafts. All right, you can't, because you got Jake that go to the military, you know, for money, benefits, learn professions, be an engineer, be a doctor, whatever, you know, and it's money in it. So a lot of people will go. Why? Because there wasn't seeing that much action. A lot of people will go to the Navy because they felt like the Navy
is the only way out.
And the Navy is at less risk for going to war. You know, but now you have Japan, which Japan has a Navy. You know, they have ships on the seas. So what's gonna happen is the Navy is gonna be brought out to war, man. And a lot of you guys that went to the Navy, got in, did about 5 years, got what you needed, got in and out. They're gonna call your ass back.
Right.
You know, you in a contract with them, man.
Yeah. I was at the job. It was at the station, right?
Yeah.
And you got this dude that I work with, right? He said that he's still registered with the military, And he be going to like drill every other weekend or whatever. I don't know how they do it, but you know, I cracked a joke. I was like, yo, they're gonna send your ass over there to. I said they're gonna send your ass over there to Ukraine. You ready? He said they're gonna send you too. I said no, they not. My ass will be right in the jail cell. Fuck out of here. I ain't fighting for the so-called white man. Tell the so-called white man he go fuck himself. I ain't fighting for him.
But
Fuck out of here.
so he well he knows something though. He know a lot. He know because there's gonna be a draft, man.
Yeah.
You know, but the Lord said his men will not be harmed. All right. But this is I'm finished off. It says Amos 9:10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And he's going into the military, diseases, plagues, ultimately those nuclear missiles, right? It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And that tabernacle of David that's fallen is going into the nations of Israel, coming back as one. All right, because you not right now you got war amongst the tribes, man. You hatred amongst the tribes, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdoms. All right, this so-called black and brown, all that's set up by Esau. It's divide and conquer. You know, as a spirit, because that's what the Lord is doing to Esau right now. Because who's his number one enemy? Russia. It says, and close up the breaches thereof, and the breaches of Israel is being closed up right now, starting with the men of the Lord. All right, because you got men out there doing the works, speaking Spanish, men speaking English, Creole. All right, you got men from all over, man. Because like brother said earlier, we've been scattered. Okay, and that's you know, like brother also said, we can't speculate things because here it is, we've been scattered, right? But here it is, the scriptures say what the word has to be preached from throughout the four corners of the world. So see how that worked out?
Yeah, it's a dude. You know, I'm not gonna say, you know, because I'll just say it like this. You know, I don't know too much about the dude, but it was a guy in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Speaking in the names, Yahweh Shah. It looked like he was on the streets.
That's right.
You know, so I don't know what language they speak out there in the Philippines, but you know, that was heavy. The fact that he just said the names Yahweh Shah, that was heavy to me. So,
hey, we're gonna be scattered. We're gonna be delivered from throughout the four corners of the world. It says, and I will raise up the ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Meaning what? King David is gonna be back. All right, which we believe that goes back to King Marshall through the Spirit. Okay, and guess what, man? The kingdom, King David's gonna rule again under Yahweh Shah. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom. So we're gonna possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name, save the Lord that doeth this. All right, so that's the whole, you know, the reason why we didn't sell out, the reason why we still have faith. All right, well, you know, because what the hell is this little bit of riches, man? The level of hell that's gonna come to this place, it's not gonna be equivalent to the riches received. Okay.
we good though.
All right. So let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe get one more scripture.
Okay.
You got anything in mind? You know. Yeah, man. But it's really the Speak for 1 second, brother. Let me just get this real quick.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, bro. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, and that's why you know you gotta fear the Lord. Ultimately you gotta fear Yahweh Shem Shah. okay? Because you don't fear Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, then you can basically forget about being protected, man. You can forget about being protected. You know, you're just gonna be out there, and that's the last thing you want.
Yeah.
You know, you found it.
Yep. This is Obadiah 1:6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things stored up?" You know, Esau, of course, we've been speaking on him. He's the one in leadership right now. All right, Esau. That's his true nationality of the so-called white man, Edom. It says, "How are his hidden things stored up?" Right? His conspiracies. Okay. The Illuminati and all that. His left hand side witchcraft. His agenda for the future. You know. He's a true Jew. You know. How's it stored up? Through the spirit Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, putting that spirit on the men of his Lord. That's how it's stored up. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And you know, we were talking about war earlier. You know, going to war. Because you got guys making billions of dollars, man. What you think you're gonna have to do when war starts? All right? You're gonna have to go to war, man. You can't say America ain't do nothing for you. You know? So you're gonna have to go to war. Don't be surprised if LeBron had to go to war and he had war with his son instead of in the NBA with his son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? A lot of these guys have to go to war, these women too. Alright? Because, and when you go into the war, man, there's a lot of nations that's in NATO and EU that's losing faith in America. Alright? They're looking at China, they're looking at Russia financially as a better choice than America. So that tells you what? People are losing faith in the dollar, okay, and they're losing faith in America.
Yeah, once the Esau send your ass out to war, you ain't coming back. you ain't coming back. Even if you was to come back, you come back in a body bag. You ain't coming back, man.
Yeah.
You know, because America gonna be destroyed in the next major conflict, World War.
Yeah.
You can forget about it.
Yeah, they gonna need boots on ground. Okay? They gonna need expendables.
Frontline men.
Frontline men.
Meanwhile, they sitting back.
Yeah.
They sitting back in their bunkers, hoping that they fucking succeed. Sitting in their space stations and shit.
Yeah.
Watching the shit on TV.
But they got the Coast Guard, the Marine, they got the Navy, Army, right? Is it more? The Air Force,
Yeah, different denominations.
right? You gonna need men for all that, man. So you gonna have guys out there going to see the submarines getting blown to bits, the ships getting blown to bits. Motherfuckers gonna be on the water getting senile and shit.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be drastic, man. You might see a dude with his military suit on or his Navy suit on, looking all proud and shit. And you look at him like, you know his faith. His faith been sealed. All right, cause while we on the brink of war, man, it's wartime. All right. It says all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee, yeah, NATO, the EU, the European Union. It says all the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee that eat your bread. Even when Trump was in office, he said, you guys gotta, these different nations, he said NATO gotta, when it comes to the finances, right? Because why? Because America been paying for everything. They ate your bread, your defense, you know, whatever, man.
All the military weapons you
Yeah.
gave them.
Look at Ukraine, man. Ukraine taking all kinds of money from America. And meanwhile, you got the fucking so-called American people suffering. They can't get a damn tray of egg. It says, and prevail against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound unto thee. That wound is war. Those nuclear missiles. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, because he's still going to lose all sorts of wisdom, man. Because right now, America is the proudest nation alive. But guess what, man? When all this hell back to back starts to happen, you're going to have America looking like, damn, I thought America be looking like what's that dude, man, Caesar,
Planet of the Apes.
nah, Caesar, the first Caesar, damn, but when he got stabbed up, was it Claudius? He got stabbed up, he just became the emperor, or the Caesar, and he got stabbed up. Then his son or his stepson stabbed him also in the circle, and he was like, "You too, Brutus," something like that, you know. But that's how America's gonna be looking, man. All these different nations coming at him, all right, that he done fed. But these nations sick of you, man. Verse 8: Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? There you go. All right, because Esau got everything figured out. You know, Esau got everything figured out, man. They know what they're gonna do. They know how to bring the NWO. They know what they're gonna do with they mark. All right, or I like to call it the cut, because what they did already, they already gave you the jab, double jab your ass, and when you boxing, you jab, then you uppercut, you know, and that's how you set up for the knockout. So basically, man, they didn't give us all these fucking jabs. Now they're gonna try to put that mark in you, which is gonna be in the way by a cut. So when you go into the word charagma in Revelation the 13th chapter, is dealing with to cut or to insert or to brand, you know. And then how do they put that mark, that chip into you? They insert it into you with a needle. They cut into your flesh. That's really all I have to say. Let me a little more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything you want to say? Hey, you know, guys, you know, Lord willing, was edifying, and you know, on to the next one. But give me one to say, all praise goes to him, Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kakadash, double honors to the apostle, Elsewhere Mills, and salutations to that out there pushing this word, no city honesty. Shalom.